guys, welcome to the Stealthy Crafter. I'm Jessica and today we are doing a Wip Chat. If you are new here and you don't know what a WIP stands for, it stands for work in progress. And what normally happens during a WIP Chat is that you can bring out your own projects, or if you just want to do whatever, well, you listen to me ramble about what's been going on during my week. So let's get started. So as you guys can see, I am almost in the home stretch of Mittens, Destroyer of Worlds. I really love that. It's so cute. But I'm kind of sad because it's like right at the very end here, but excited at the same time because that means I get to have a new project to work on. So I apologize first off if I sound off. I did something to my eardrum, so I'm having a hard time. I'm trying to make sure that my voice isn't going up too high up or wobbling. Plus, I'm having that effect like you can hear yourself a few seconds after, so it's affecting how I talk sometimes. Hopefully, it should be healed within a few weeks. Just in time for me to have my dental procedure tomorrow. Woo! Yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing great today. But yeah, it's been, I feel like sometimes I can't catch a break on things. It's not horrible, and things could be so much worse, but it's just another, really, does this have to happen to me before something else is going to happen? So yeah, I apologize if I do sound off. It's just, the kids are petri dishes, then combined with allergies and, everything else, I'm just having a hard time getting everything done. Let's see. Oh, I grabbed the wrong color. Never mind. So, as you can see here, I'm on the little bit of part of the book that Mittens is on, and you can see that there's like a bookmark right here. I'm like really loving this. It's so cute. Especially when I have it all turned off, and I love how everything looks together, especially with all the little specialty drills. Let's go with, yeah, this is the right symbol. I kind of did a little bit of the outline of the book pages and the bookmark last night, because I saw it's just like this blue is all one color, and I'm like, well, that's going to be a lot of just me standing on one color, but I wanted to at least get the bookmark done, or mostly done, before I start just staying on that one shade. But let's see. So, the reason why my ear is doing... Oh, I forgot. I haven't even put in any new putty in here. I took out all the other putty and I forgot to replace it. So, I'm doing the pumpkin spice one. I got this last year. It was my last one, and I've been saving it. So, yeah, I have pumpkin spice from last year. But anyway, as I'm filling this up, I'll talk about what's been going on with my ear. Last week, if you guys remember, we were talking about like how the dust from the fridge was like going all over the place, and it looked like how the like my husband was cooking something and burnt something because it looked so smoky for a while. Well, it took a while for the dust to settle, and I had to vacuum everything. I had to vacuum the floors. I had to get into the furniture. There's still dust. It's still aggravating me, and it's causing me sneezing and all that lovely allergy stuff. Well, on top of that, because I thought it's just allergies, the kids started sniffling and coughing, and here I am assuming, hey, it's just allergies, right? No, they also caught a bug on top of that, so I'm confused, with one thing and got something else on top of that. So we did have allergies, but then we also caught a nice little cold. It was, and I finally got it over the week, last week. Thought I got over it, and I did get over it. I just had a cough that was left, and then right after that, right after that, my allergies kicked up again because I decided, hey, let's go outside when my husband's mowing the grass. And, grass is a big trigger for me. And it caused me to have such a runny nose and stuff where I was blowing my nose super hard to the point I basically was told perforated the eardrum. It is painful. And it's so weird because, like, I was told not to blow my nose anymore until it heals because I can hear, like, my ear squeaks whenever I do, and it's basically air coming out. And I'm like, it's painful. And I'm done with it. And I was told it was okay to go do my dentist thing tomorrow. So hopefully that's not a lie. I hope everything will be fine. But I might as well get it over with because I've been just, been afraid this whole time, and it's needed to be done. I can't keep putting it off. Not that I was, but I was hoping that enough time would pass that I would get all the germs, from school, and it'll run its course, and things will start, getting better. But no, the kids still seem to want to bring stuff home, and I'm tired of it. um, but yeah, so that's what's been going on with my eardrum. I'm just tired of having some sort of issue going on. Speaking of ear problems, it seems like the kids all are having some ear issues, and my ear issue isn't related to theirs per se. So I'm just waiting to have another ear issue or something like what they've been dealing with. They've been all dealing with earaches. Um, Nothing like squeakiness or anything like that. But last week, oh my goodness, my son was the first one with the ear issue. So last week, it was a Thursday night. I put him to bed. He complained of a slight ear problem. We don't really have anything for earaches. So I gave him a little bit of Tylenol, told him that, hope he feels better. See him in the morning, right? I'm gonna drink some coffee. Um, Instead, he wakes up a few hours later while I'm playing with my friends. My husband was out in the living room with Nicole at the time, and he had him sit with him for an hour, let him watch some TV, and let him doze off, and went back to bed. Thought everything was fine, right? So my husband and I are just chilling at this point. I finished up my whole game. I'm just like, what was I doing? I think I went right back to diamond painting. No, I didn't. I think I was just more like relaxing and stuff like that. And he comes in. It was like midnight, right as we were getting ready for bed to get some sleep. He's upset. He's in major pain. The poor kid. And we're trying to calm him down. And we're saying it's okay. We got you. And he's just like in major pain. So we gotten a warm compress for him. Got him some more medicine. And then he wanted just to cuddle. So I was like, well, I want to try and get some sleep. Okay. I don't normally do this, but all right, little dude, do you want to sleep in mommy's bed? And he's all like, yeah. It's just, so we carry him upstairs to our bedroom. My husband went downstairs to go back on the couch. I got him all set up, got his, favorite stuffed animal, put the compress right up against his ear because I was reading that, warmth will help. And got him settled down. I'm like, all right, you got daddy's pillows, you got all these nice little comfy blankets. Mommy's going to be right here. I turned on the light like on low setting so he could see everything, so he wouldn't be freaked out because he doesn't like the dark. So I settled in, getting ready to just have a long night, and it was a long night. I could not sleep with this little fish next to me. It's funny. In his bed, I don't know if he just he moves so much, and I don't notice it whenever I go check in on him. But on our bed, he was a fish. He was flip-flopping everywhere. It was like he would go one area, then another area, and then I'm like, how is this possible? He sleeps in a corner on his bed. I keep telling him he has the entire bed to sleep on, and he'll just sleep on this one little corner instead. It's gotten better. He's stretched out a little bit on that corner, but he still sleeps on that section. um, so no, and he decided that our bed was the perfect bed to just stretch out on. Our bed's a king size bed. His is a full size bed. For some reason, it's just like he took over the entire bed. How does someone so small can take up so much room? I don't know. But he took my blankets away, so I had no blankets. So I grabbed my hoodie, and he was asleep during this whole time, flip flopping all over the place. There was a couple of times where he was whimpering in his sleep, and I just rubbed his back because I felt really bad for him. And I was just like, okay, I accepted it. I was going to have a rough night anyway. Excuse me. I'll see if I edit that if it's too loud. I can't tell if things are loud. I'm really having trouble. Um, but but yeah, he was just a fish everywhere. And then like at one point, he I was on my phone. He flipped his legs on top of me and decided he's going to sleep diagonal. And I'm like, okay. I think my husband, this is how my husband feels the way I sleep because I sleep diagonal. I'm like, I feel sorry for my husband, but I can't help it because I'm asleep. I try, whenever I wake up, I'm aware of what I'm doing, and then I try and move back to my position. But like, I'm like, I'm so sorry, hubby. um, but yeah, he put his legs on top of me, and then he started kicking me, and I didn't have time to get changed into like my comfy clothes or anything, so I'm still wearing my stretchy shorts. So I realized at that point I need to trim his toenails because he has talons and he's scratching the heck out of my legs. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm gonna turn over. That way he can't keep getting my thigh, not my thighs, but like he was getting like around my knees. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna turn over. I'm done. And you think, nope. He started pushing me out of my bed. I'm like, okay, all right. This is fine. This is great. So I didn't really sleep very well that night. And what was funny was I was fully expecting to keep him home that day. Um, and my alarm went off at 5:50 like it normally does, and he pops out of bed, going, "Is it 7 o'clock already?" No, it's time for to get ready for school, dude. And he goes, "Oh," I'm like, "All right. Well, he seems like he's in better spirits. How you feeling today?" And then immediately deflates. "I feel okay, I guess." I'm like, "Oh, no, no, no. We are not playing that game." So I told him to go get dressed just in case. And we'll check up on him when we get downstairs after we start eating breakfast and everything. So after he does that, uh, I get everyone else up. I go into Jana's room, and he finishes dressing. He's quick on dressing. He barges in as I'm waking up Jana, going, "Hi Jana, good morning." I'm like, okay, he's in better spirits. He's in a good mood, and he was, perfectly fine. After that, I'm like, okay, I guess he can go to school. He didn't really have a fever at all last night. I mean, like, all he complained was the ear. So, and he seems to not have any issues. Excuse me. Let's see. We're gonna go with this color. But yeah, it's just that was the first of the ear issues during this whole time, and then later on that day we get a phone call from school. Of course, this pain spiked back up, for the poor kid. But at that point, it was already almost at the end of the day, and she just kept him in because we were going to be in line anyways to go pick the kids up. So she was just going to send him through the front instead of like where he normally goes. So when we got him, he was in better spirits again compared to like what we were told on the phone call. But yeah, we took care of him, and then he perked up right in the evening, and then like I think he had complained a little bit on Saturday, and then after that he hasn't complained since until today when his older sister Nicole's complaining about her ear. Now it's all, oh well, my ear still hurts a little bit, and I'm just looking at him going, No, you're going to school. You went to school yesterday. You're not going to, you know. So I was like, no. So today's Tuesday. I was supposed to record a Whip and Chat yesterday, but I didn't have a chance to do that. Um, Plus, I was trying to. I tried. Actually, I did have a chance. I tried to, and my volume was all over the place on that Whip and Chat. So I am really trying hard on this one not to, have be like yelling at you guys, because that's what was happening. I was practically yelling at you, and I'm like, no, we can't yell at people. That's not good. um, so let's see, what else has happened. So yeah, so I have Nicole home today, and he's all, oh well, my ear hurts again. I'm like, no, 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 no. You went almost all weekend, bar Saturday morning. You went almost all weekend not complaining about this ear at all, and all of a sudden now it's like, oh well, it hurts a little. No, because his sister woke me up. Um, excuse me, about 3:30 this morning, and she complained about her ear. So I said okay, she can stay home because she was actually in serious pain compared to like where he was on Friday morning. On Friday morning, he's all chipper and stuff, and just today she's miserable looking, and she's like holding her head and everything. Right, sorry, she came downstairs, so I wanted to make sure she was okay. So yeah, yeah, she was more pitiful. She's not. She says she's not in as much pain right now, but you can tell she's trying to, get through it. Still no fever, nothing. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to make sure. And what was funny was Jana complained about her ear hurting too, but it only lasted a day. She complained about it like yesterday evening, and I was fully expecting this kid was going to stay home because she's usually the sixth of the children, she's the sickest of them. She gets sick longer. She takes after me because I seem to take everything and then I stay sick the longest. I don't know why. but but yeah, so she she was perfectly fine. She goes, I don't even hurt at all. I'm like, okay, that's great. I'm like, are you sure you want to, because at this point, I didn't want to make the same mistake I did with Michael, because, Michael was chipper too, and he complained only like slightly hurt, and then, we got that whole thing on Friday. She goes, nope, I feel great. I'm like, okay, so hopefully I don't get any, phone calls or stuff from the school. I'm trying to be in a good relationship with my nurse over there. And I don't like sending the kids sick to school. I want to make sure that they are fine, which is why it's like I always make sure they don't got a fever. Um, it's one of the reasons why I also canceled my get together with my mother in law at the beginning of the week last week because they were coughing and sneezing so much. I didn't want to risk it. Um, and I had them all, made sure that they were all covered up and stuff like that because I was like, I don't want to have you guys passing this to anyone. No way. Because like I said, kids are germs. They're just germ factories. I'm like, no, 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 no. We're going to hand sanitize. We're going to Clorox wipe everything. Yeah, until they cuddle with mommy. And then it's like, well, I can't not cuddle with my kids. That's the only problem. I just they get so pitiful and they want cuddles. I'm like, I can't say no. I probably should sometimes, but I can't say no to them. Um, so yeah, so I feel kind of bad for Nicole for staying home because I know she doesn't want to want to stay home. She did a thing last week. Last week she auditioned for the news thing for the school. So she wanted to be part of the news crew, the student news crew for her school, and she actually got a little audition thing, and she is in, and she's a producer for the whole thing. I think like they asked like what jobs they wanted to do. There's like camera person, there was anchors, then there was the editor and the producer. I think the teacher will be the director. So she said she wanted to be an anchor person and then like editor and producer. Well, she got the producer job, so she is supposed to be like looking up what the weather's supposed to be for the week, wacky words. Goodness gracious. And now we're stuck with one color for the rest of this time. I am so sorry. but but yeah, she was supposed to start today. Today's like the first day of it officially beginning. The after everyone got their roles for the whole thing, the teacher said that she's going to be out for the weekend. Goodness gracious. She's going to be out for the weekend, and that they were going to start today on Tuesday. And she was really looking forward to it. We were still, she wanted to come in early still because she wanted to prepare, so she was preparing for today. So hopefully she had enough stuff in the preparations to help out. But I know she really wanted to get things done today. I just hope that the teacher doesn't hold it against her for missing out on the first day. So hopefully that'll be fine. And apparently it's only supposed to be for like 9 weeks, and then they switched to another set of class kids instead in the 5th grade. But there is chances for you to continue to stay being on the team all year round. I kind of want her to only do 9 weeks, but in the same token, I want her also to be there all year round. My whole 9 weeks is purely selfish, and that's just meaning I just want to sleep. I just will not sleep. I just want to not be so rushed in the mornings. Man, today was nice because we didn't have to rush as much, but it was still. I stayed home while my husband dropped the rest of the kids off, and he was running a little behind. But it was just so nice not to go, 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 But yeah, the poor kid, she really wants to be there, and I said, well, hopefully tomorrow. She doesn't seem to be as in much pain as she was this morning, but we'll see if it's just a slight pain and she thinks she can handle it tomorrow and there's no fever, because she still hasn't had a fever, then we'll continue. And I should probably start buying like some stuff for ears at this point. It doesn't seem to be like it doesn't stay long enough where I have to call their doctor to get any kind of drops or stuff or antibiotics for their ears, which is a good thing because that would suck trying to get like if I have to get like ointment drops for their ears and everything. Oh man, like it's already a pain enough to try and put eye drops in their eyes. I don't want to think about eardrops. Michael had like a cotton ball for in his ear on Friday from the nurse, and apparently he fought her with it. Like, well, not fight, but he just wiggled and moved out of the way. So I don't want to deal with that. Plus, I have a slight fear. Okay, I'm gonna drink my coffee and I'm gonna let you guys know. All right, when you guys were kids, maybe I don't know. Maybe this was just something what my parents did or something. I remember my parents having to heat up this type of oil thing to pour into my ear and then put a cotton ball in whenever I had an earache. And I got traumatized one day because my mom heated the thing a little too hot, and it was burning when it went in my ear. Oh my goodness, it was so painful. So I've been traumatized from that. I mean, like, I laugh a little bit, but I am. And I don't ever want to do something like that with my kids. So it's just like, I don't know. I never heard of it being around anymore. So I don't know if that stuff isn't around, or if it was just some sort of home remedy or what. But I'm like, I don't want to put stuff in my kid's ear, especially hot stuff. Like, the warm compress is pretty much it because it's on the outside of the ear instead of the inside of the ear. And it's just like, it freaks me out. I don't want to do something like that for my kids. I don't want to accidentally hurt them. So it's just like, if it's something nice and cool and the doctor says go ahead and I'm like, okay. But if it's just like some sort of, over the counter kind of thing, I don't want to, I don't trust it. I, I know that sounds weird. It's just one of my, it's just, I normally like, yeah, let's make sure the kids are medicated, stuff like that. Cause I don't ever want them to be miserable. But I don't know. It's just the ear scares me, for some reason. And I hate that because ear pain's horrible. So it's just like, but I just don't know what I should give them, that doesn't involve putting stuff in, like eardrops and stuff in their ears. Unless, of course, it's like antibiotic drops the doctor sends. Um, so, so mostly it's just like I give them some Tylenol and then rest whenever they have ear problems. I'm so thankful they never had an ear infection. Of course, this could be an ear infection, but it doesn't seem to be since it goes away quickly, for the most part, because it seems like it doesn't last more than maybe 2 days, maybe three. Now me, I don't know if I had the whole earache like what Michael had, and then I just decided I'm going to go 110% past this and make it worse by rupturing it, or what. But but yeah, it's just like because I didn't really have any ear issues until I decided to blow my nose really hard. Yeah, don't do that, guys. But I was just like, I was having some trouble and just went, my nose is runny. I need to take care of this. And yeah, that was a bad idea. That was a really bad idea. um, anyway, so since I'm almost done with this, I've been trying to think of a new project. Um, I hope I'm not getting too loud. I'm trying to think of a new project, and I wanted to do Warm Witch, but I know everyone's working on her. Everyone was working on her last year too, and it seems like it's like a lot of people are working on her again this year. But I really want to work on her. I bought her last year specifically to work on her for like Halloween and fall. But I don't know. I just like I don't know. I just don't want to be like shoving things in people's face what everyone else is doing too, Like people are like, we already seen this. It's boring, But I feel like I want to work on her at least sometime soon. I have her kitted up. But I have a couple of other witch ones I could work on as well. But I think I'm going to go with her. I'll make a decision by the end of the day. I have a problem with trying to decide because I was going to work on her originally at the beginning of this whole thing and then decided on this one because of like, this is just so cool. Let's see. Also, let me take another sip. I'm feeling so dehydrated today. So, have you guys seen that mystery box thing that was going on last week? I was really shocked about the whole thing. I was like, holy cow, that's a lot of money was what I first thought, and then the second thought was like, oh, I would like to do that, and I sent a message to my husband going, man, of course they would send this out like right before my whole dentist thing. I'm like, that sucks, and I know I wasn't going to get it. And he goes, yeah, sorry, hon. That's a little too expensive. I'm like, yeah, I know. And I was just like, man, oh, well. He goes, well, maybe you can get it again, get again later. I'm like, no, because they're only doing it for 3 hours, and I kind of watched the whole thing. Excuse me. I watched the whole thing. I had it set up over here because I wanted to work on my canvas a little bit with my hubby that day, and I was like, I had his set up, so I didn't go in the other thing, so I was looking on my phone, and I saw that they sold out, like, within 3 minutes, I saw, for the first box, and then that they had to make a whole nother box, for it, and then that sold out. I don't know when that one sold out, but it sold out within the hour, I'm assuming, but yeah, it was like, oh man, I wouldn't have been able to get it anyway, No. Guess what? My husband got me the mystery box. I was so shocked when it came in on Saturday. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. It's like every time I think I'm done coughing, like it just wants to kind of bubble up and go, surprise, we're still here, you know? Uh, Maybe it's just because I haven't vacuumed this area yet. You'd think I would get through it. It's just I hate vacuuming with a passion, but I need to get it done. But yeah, this is the last rug I need to vacuum in this section. So hopefully I won't be as congested with whenever I'm in here. Let's see. But yeah, he bought me the box on Saturday. I noticed he was looking outside the window. I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "I ordered something off Amazon and I just want to make sure it gets here." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And doorbell rang. I'm like, and then my stomach growls. Hopefully that wasn't loud enough for the camera to catch or for the microphone. If it was, I am so sorry. I will eat after this, I promise. um, but but yeah, I was actually in here. Let's see, what was I doing? I think I was like straightening up the bookshelves a bit. And he goes, "I got a surprise for you," and then like it's a huge box. I was like, "Holy cow!" Um, and I found out that it was a mystery thing. But he was all like, "Yeah, I saw that it got sold out as I was trying to buy it, and I got sad. And then I saw that the whole thing that they were restocking it. So he didn't get like the first box set. He got the third box. Not the third box, but the second box set. Um, and I'm like, you didn't even have to do anything. It's okay. I was fine with it. I was really sweet of him. He didn't need to do that. And I saw the first like people unboxing like the first box set, and I'm so glad I didn't get the first set. I got like a couple of cool things. I don't know if you guys would want me to do an unboxing on them because I already opened the box, so I know what's in it. But I don't know if you guys want me to do like an unboxing, like if I should like do it in a series or if I should like do it all together because I've never really done like a big, hour type unboxing kind of thing. But you guys let me know what you guys want. I do have to wait on one box. They only gave me 5 out of the 6 kits, so I'm supposed to be getting the sixth one on not September, on Thursday. So we'll see. Plus, I mean, like you guys let me know. It's probably be a little bit later compared to what everyone's has already posted. If you guys want me to post anything, because I don't know how well I'm going to be talking after this whole implant that they're putting in my mouth tomorrow. I'm kind of still nervous about it. I mean, I'm told that it's a walk in the park, but at the same time, I'm told that it can be kind of not fun for a few weeks. And I really was wanting to get videos recorded this weekend, but with everything that was going on with the kids and then with my ear issue, I was just like, I really can't just um, get a video done. And I was really mad at myself for not being able to do that. And my husband says it's okay, but I feel like I failed myself in a way because I have like things I want to do in a certain time limit, and that was one of the things. Um, but I'm hoping that it's not as bad as I think it's going to be, and I'll bounce back quick, and I'm able to get things done. If if not, the very least, I probably won't have anything up, like no Whip and Chats up next week. Just because of that, if I'm not able to talk very well or anything. But I will have time lapses. I know there's some people who don't enjoy them, and that's okay. But for the people who do, I'll probably have like at least 1 or 2 time lapses up. It won't be of this one. It will be like of my newest project that I'll be working on. Hopefully, I feel like working on it. That's another thing. Am I going to even feel like working on it after all this? Um, but it shouldn't be too bad. Every people get dental implants every day, right? It's just that at the same time, it's stuff going into your head. So yeah. See, I freak myself out so quick on this. I'm like just really worried about it. I'm telling myself don't, but I can't help about it. It's like my mind likes to go through a million different things of what could happen. Um, we also had, let's see, report cards come in this week, and they were not progress reports, not report cards, and they were pretty well. Kids did good. I noticed that that Nicole's grades dropped a little bit compared to what we're normally used to, and I chalked it up to her, being in such a rush to go to her friend's house that she's just not paying attention to her schoolwork as much. So we're fixing that. Um, sorry, we're fixing that. So she's going to stay home, get her school stuff done, and then go to her friend's house. And I'm already saw an improvement after last week, because we did the thing and like she immediately made 100 on it. It's like, yeah, so you're staying home because it's only just in one subject. Everything else is still great, and I just noticed something went down to a C. I'm like, yeah, let's just stay at home for like maybe 5 or 10 more minutes so we can put in a little bit extra effort. That's all. Um, but but yeah, it's just like with that, and then like same thing with with my son. I got a message from his teacher because he sometimes rush things to get to the good stuff, and I got a message from his teacher just checking up on him on Sunday, and basically she was like, saying some good stuff about them. I've gotten like an email from all their teachers so far, basically telling me how good of a job they are. Like, I'm just like, I was not expecting that. I don't think that you ever sent me like an email last year. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I got an email about Michael, and it was like, how's he doing? I can see that he loves to learn. And then she started talking about like one of the projects that they were doing this week. It was like about landforms, well, last week. And it was like basically he has a lot to say, and I can see that he really enjoys, discussing things. And I remember that whole landform thing because Michael came home so upset saying he had such a horrible day. And I'm like, well, what's wrong, bud? And he goes, I had to take multiple papers and write down all this stuff before I put it on my computer. It was like a PowerPoint presentation kind of thing. It wasn't a PowerPoint presentation, but it was similar to one. And he was like, my arm hurts. And I'm like, well, did you really have to write all of that stuff? And he goes, yes, they wanted me to, put all, write everything I need to know about like certain landforms. And then this is when Jana pipes up. So she comes, pipes up with, well, I only wrote 2 sentences. And we find out you didn't have to write everything you know about a certain landform. It's only like 2 facts about the whole thing. And we're like, dude, it's okay not to put down everything. And he's just like, well, I need to. I'm like, well, sometimes the project says do this, so probably follow the instructions so you don't hurt your hand so much. And I felt bad for the kid, but at the same time, he rushes to the point like he needs to get things to do with a certain thing, and he doesn't read all the instructions. But yeah, it was just like, it was kind of funny, and at the same time, it's like, oh, come on, sweetie. But yeah, we had to deal with that, like, and he was fine. I talked to his teacher. I'm like, yeah, he told me so much about what he was doing, that he was writing on multiple papers. I'm glad that he's in your class because she was a really good teacher too for my daughter as well. Nicole had her for 2nd and 3rd grade, so she's an awesome teacher. I really wish that for the one time I just really wish that my twins were able to share the same classroom because of this teacher. Goodness gracious. See, like I'm fine, and then all of a sudden, like I move, like you probably hear my chair squeak a little bit. I move it, and then like dust starts coming up. It feels like probably not. It's probably my imagination. um, but what else has happened this week? I didn't really talk about WoW. WoW was, I would say, non-eventful, but that's not true. Um, for the people that do care about WoW, so we didn't do very well. The affixes last week was not really great. We didn't time any dungeons at all. We've completed them, but we didn't do them in time. And in fact, our one of our runs was actually an hour, and I remember just being so frustrated on that one. It was the last one for Tuesday night, and I think all of us were kind of done because we didn't really stick around to talk right after like we normally do. We were all like, "Bye, good night," afterwards, because it was just such a horrible. It was such a horrible night. And then we all talked about maybe doing one more on Thursday, and we did like a little tiny baby key that was easy to do, and we finished that one in time. But it was just like it was a really hard week to finish. I don't know how bad this week's going to be. Hopefully not as bad. Um, I got in a message last night about asking if we were going to do any more today before the reset. And I'm like, no, I'm good. I got my 4. I'm done. I don't want to do any more this week. I'm good. And I think it was just like a bit of a chuckle there. It's like, no, I'm not crazy. Nope, I'm good. um, I did start my cross stitch a little bit. I would go get it, but I think my husband's in a meeting, and if it's a meeting, I think it is. It's probably a face cam meeting, and I don't want to just wander in there. I always feel embarrassed, like if I accidentally walk into the office when he's on camera. I try my best not to. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'll just stick around. I'll stick back here. um, let's see. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize how far I gotten so far. This is kind of cool. Let's see. I don't think a lot has happened. Besides that, it's just yeah. It's been the kids have been themselves. For the most part, but. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm going to probably shut it off here, finish this all up. I think I'll have this put up on Wednesday. If I am loud in this video, I apologize. But otherwise, anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!